Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of a rather British review. And yes, this is I, the Nerdgenious himself, as I take a look at a rather British animated point and click adventure. This will be a rather quickie episode as I take a look at this adventure on the Nintendo Switch consoles. Of all consoles, of course. The title is known as Bertram Fiddle, a Bleaker Predicklement, originally funded on Kickstarter by writer and animator Seb Burnett, and is part of the Bertram Fiddle episodic series, with each episode hopefully funding the next. The Kickstarter raised over 28k and gave the player a rather unique Switch experience. Originally released on Steam and ported by Chorus Worldwide Games, a Bleaker Predicklement follows Bertram Fiddle as he tracks down the killer cleverly titled Jeff the Murderer. That's right, his name is Jeff the Murderer. The game is reminiscent of its predecessors Maniac Mansion and also the Sam and Max series of games, mixing humour with the point and click adventure itself, and gives you the sleuthing mechanics that allow the player to immerse themselves in the game's world and laugh out loud with the silly humour that is complemented by the sublime voice acting. It gives you time to just take in every detail, just to hear what groan-worthy pun will come next. I will be frank that I've never played the first episode of the series, so I'm unfamiliar with what happened in the first episode itself. As with this later episode, you find Bertram working in a dredgely soap factory that he's so desperate to escape and avoid, as he doesn't like the mundane work. As much as he insists to his wife that he is an adventurer and can't be asked to do such mundane work, the lack of murderings left him no choice but to seek employment selling Mr. Dulworth's adequate soap to the filthy denizens of Victorian London. Just as Mr. Dulworth finishes scolding him for falling asleep on the job, Bertram gets a call from his boss's mother to see what he's been up to. It turns out that Mr. Dulworth has been sneaking off on some secret business, so Bertram needs to finish up his cold calling and leave the soap factory to look for him. The puzzle mechanics are very well made, and the cutscenes are also skippable if you choose to do so, but you can also choose to play the game in ways that you would like. You can skip all the items and not click on anything, or play it in a way that suits you. My only gripe with this game is that it can be completed within 6+ hours depending on how you would like to experience the full game. If you're a fan of the point and click genre, I would give both episode 1 and 2 of this adventure a try, as each individual episode is priced at $4.99, with the episode 2 not being released as of yet, but it is a very cheap indie budget title. I would love to see a complete release of the season pass to allow players to enjoy a full season, but with the skeptical Telltale Games debacle, I can see why each episode is being priced individually and also being released individually. They are making sure that the gamers get their money's worth and aren't left out in the cold. So I can see why they are doing this instead of giving the player a chance to actually purchase with promise of later episodes and not actually providing them, such as what Telltale has done with the Walking Dead series, and we don't need to go into that. We can go into that later on in another video. And as always, I give my games a score between a 1 and a 5, with 1 being the worst and 5 being the absolute best. I give Bertram Fiddle episode 2 a lovely 4.5 out of 5. It was a very, very fun game and a pleasure to pick up and play. Now you can see the amount of time and effort that's been put into this game with the characters that are very, very well animated. Even though it doesn't take much time to complete, it does allow you as the player to immerse yourselves in something rather silly. So if you've got a spare $5, give it a go, because I'm sure that you will enjoy this one. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, this channel is about you. What do you think of this game, and will you be picking it up on the Switch? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to like, share and subscribe this video. And this has been Michael Byrne, of course, for another rather British review, letting you know that I've got gameplay. Have you?